Priyanka from SRK IT Vijayawada, and my teammates are.
Hello, I am Praveen from Bennett University.
Hi, I am Hariharan from SREC Coimbatore.
Hello, I am Himanshu Raghuvanshi from IIT ISM Dhanbad.
In this video, we are going to present a project which was conducted by LeadingIndia.ai in Bennett University, and our mentor was Dr. Mayank. Our project is about VoIP spam detection. In this project, we will identify the spam calls by using VoIP. VoIP is nothing but voice over internet protocol. Here, it has also SPIT calls. SPIT is nothing but spam internet telephony. SPIT is a bigger problem than email spam because if an email spam hits the inbox at 2 a.m., it may not be disturbed for the person, whereas the VoIP calls may disturb the person. So it is the main reason for little danger, and it can be also avoided, whereas the spam email cannot be avoided. So for that, in our project, we have created a data set. The data set consists of caller, callee and duration. By using this duration, we will be finding out whether the caller is spam or not. We also have some of the 3 parameters like successful call rate, average talk time and a caller role played in the calls. By using these 3 parameters, we will be able to identify whether it is spam or not. Now my friend Praveen will say you the outline of the project.
Hello, I am Praveen. Now I am just going to say some outlines of our project. Okay, by using dataset, how we converted the call details and normal calls into spam calls. Okay, now I am just showing by screen recording.
These datasets are in PCAP format, or these are also called as PCAP files. Now these PCAP files should open with Wireshark. Because our project is to detect VoIP calls, so Wireshark has feature to detect VoIP calls from the trace. Here we need to take one dataset. Okay, from that dataset we need to separate SIP files. So SIP is nothing but session initiation protocols. So in this SIP response, it contains information and call duration, etc. After separating SIP protocols, here we can see that SIP protocols. So here we have data from, to and duration and the status completed, whether it is completed, rejected or invite, etc. Now we have to save this file into CSV so that we can import that CSV file in Python to filter this data from certain parameters. So after filtering the CSV, we can get some parameters like board 10, board 37, 0, and this is nothing but from and to and duration. Okay, by these parameters we apply machine learning.
Okay, now my friend Himanshu will explain the model and methodology of our project.
This is Himanshu. So our problem was to classify or distinguish between the spammers and the legitimate users. For this, we have used call detail record, approximately of about 6 lakh VoIP calls, and using the information from the call detail record, the reputation of the caller can be verified by using certain call factors like average talk time per call, user role in the call, and the successful call rate for the user. Okay, let's take an example analyzing the user role factor between the legitimate users and the spammers. Normal users usually call for approximately 10 to 15 times per day, and also receives call somewhat in the same range. But the spammers, they act as a caller for about 500 to 600 times, but act as a callee or a receiver as merely about 10 to 15 times. So the user role factor for the spammer is much higher than the normal users. Similarly, we have also differentiated by the average talk time per call and the successful call rate. By using these parameters over different machine learning classification models such as the naive Bayes, decision tree and random forest, we got the certain results for a particular classifier. And also for random forest, the accuracy for the test data set was maximum and it was about 96.5%. Now the question is how the random forest classifier works. An answer to this question is random forest classifier comprises of many decision tree classifiers, and each decision tree randomly picks subsample from the data set and predict the result. Now what random forest classifier does is it predict the final result by selecting best by means of voting among all the decision trees, and thus the chance for overfitting also minimizes in this model.
Hi friends, I am Hariharan and I am here to conclude our project with a test accuracy of more than 96.5%. By using our machine learning model, we can predict more spammers in our real life without losing the privacy of the users. On behalf of my team, I am greatly thanking the mentor for providing us the opportunity. Thank you.